Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about what are the top 7 fastest cars that you can get under 5 grand. Now if you can bear with me through this video, sadly we do not have our microphone. Someone must have took it or I lost it. I don't know. Very upset, but hopefully this audio is good enough for you guys. It has been for a while. Anyways, our list is gonna go from lowest horsepower. I'm not gonna do quarter mile range and whatnot, top speed. No, this is horsepower based only. Some of these things are boats. So anyways, we're gonna go with the lowest amount of horsepower and work our way up. And also I'm going to post screenshots of cars I find on Facebook Marketplace or Car Gurus or Auto Trader. I'm going to put up cars that I find online with the actual prices in them. It is 2023 right now, so people don't call me a liar. Liar! If I say that it's this price and whatnot. Because in my last video like this, I did the fastest cars under $10,000. You should go and check that out. I'll put a link for it in the description below. But anyways, a lot of people were upset and said that that was totally not true. And I'm like, I literally found the cars. But anyways, I'll post pictures of these on the screen. To get started on our list, I'm going to do my least favorite car. It is the 1996 Ford Mustang GT. Now this car comes with a whopping 215 horsepower and a 285 foot-pounds of torque. And all that is going to come out of a 4.6 liter naturally aspirated V8. Now you can still find these cars pretty cheap, and they're also probably my least favorite looking Mustang. Is one of the ugliest looking cars, and they're like all over the place in southwestern Pennsylvania, and it bothers me. And anyways, I'm also going to put the weights of these cars up on here. It is 3,560. Yeah, I'm right. 3,565 pounds wet. Now we're going to go into number 2 on our list, and also this car has a little bit more horsepower but a heaps of lot less torque. But this car is also going to be the newest car and probably the nicest put together looking car on our list, and that is going to be a 2008 to 2012 BMW 328i. Now anybody who has the E92 chassis, which is the chassis from like 2007 to 2012, 13 maybe, I don't know. Anyways, anyone who has one of those and has like a 335i like me and 54 life, we all really despise these people because they just got this one little side exhaust and they throw like a bunch of M badges on there usually, and they're usually loud, and they tint their taillights to as dark as they can possibly be, and they think they're hella fast. But anyways, this is a BMW and they have a good chassis and everything, so they will handle amazingly. Just please don't throw M badges or the trifecta on it. It bothers me. Anyways, this car is going to come with 230 horsepower and 200 foot-pounds of torque. Now this is going to be a 3-liter inline 6 motor, which is naturally aspirated. So like I said before, the 335i in 2007 to 2008, 9ish area, and they also came with a SI or IS in 2012. Those are going to have the N54 motor. This is the N52 motor, which is just the N54 without turbos, and I believe the internals are a little bit different. Yeah, anyways, you can get one of these 328i's. I've seen a lot of people put like big single mount turbo kits on them. You just have to drill for like oil feed and coolant feed lines and stuff. If you want to go that crazy into making just a 328i fast. But anyways, like I said, it's a good handling car, so you'll like it either way. Throw some coilovers on that sucker and rip her around. This car is going to weigh about 3,351 pounds. Now we're going to jump back into some older cars again. It's going to be the 1995 Pontiac Firebird. Now this car is going to get a bunch of bonus points for me just because it has pop-up headlights. I love pop-up headlights. Hella sick. Make sure you get the V8 version, not the V6, because the V8 is going to come with 275 horsepower and 325 foot-pounds of torque, and it's gonna weigh in at 3,346 pounds. That car for the time actually is a pretty good looking car, and it also was decently fast at the time in 1995. Now we're gonna be moving away from the Pontiac Firebird. We're gonna step away from America for a little bit and go back to Germany. It is another BMW, and that's a 740i. The 740i from 1998 to around 2000 came with a 4.4 liter naturally aspirated V8 that came with 282 horsepower and 310 foot-pounds of torque. Now this car looks like an old man car. It looks like something your grandfather would drive in. But anyways, yeah, this car is actually pretty nice inside and out. It's if you're into those classic looking vehicles, I really like the old early 2000s luxury vehicles. The 7 Series was like a nice classy car back then, and it still is today. But with all the electronics and the big old V8 and Germans not really knowing how to make a light vehicle, and it's being nice and sound deadening and humongous, this car is huge, and it's fat, weighing in at 4,288 pounds. I do believe this is our fattest car on the list. Now moving on from Germany over to Japan, all my Toyota and Lexus boys are gonna love this a lot. It's not gonna be a 2JZ because that's what everyone wants, is JDM 2JZ boy. Anyways, I'm gonna give you something better. Maybe not even that much better, probably worse. It depends on who you ask. It's gonna be the Lexus LS 400. From 1994 to 2000, the LS 400 came with a 4-liter naturally aspirated V8. It's gonna come with 290 horsepower and 310 foot-pounds of torque. Now this car does look like an old man car, but I do love it. It's even probably better looking than the BMW 7 Series that we just talked about. This car did weigh at 3,890 pounds. Next, we're gonna move on to big old America. Hell yeah, brother. And that is gonna be the 2000 Camaro Z28. The Z28 is going to be coming with 320 horsepower and 345 foot-pounds of torque. It's going to be making that out of its 5.7 liter naturally aspirated V8. There's no replacement for displacement. Now, even though this car looks like a fish, not a big fan of how it looks, it does handle good. I heard that these things are really good at time attack racing. What's the thing with the cones? The cones where you go in and out of the cones in a parking lot. I don't know why I can't think of what it's called. This car is not too heavy and not too light, but is coming in at around 3,574 pounds. Now we can move on to our last car on the list, and that's going to be another American car. It's going to be another 5.7 liter. It is probably the most expensive car on our list. It's like right at that 5,000 point. It took me a while to find this sucker, and make sure that you find one that is like semi-clean, or you just do you don't care, you just want the highest horsepower number, and that's going to be a 2009 Dodge Charger RT. I'm pretty sure all the Dodge RTs come with a V8. Some came with like the 392, I believe. I don't know too much on Chargers and Dodge. Probably the only thing I like about them is the Hellcat and the TRX and big supercharger boy, and like my favorite thing, it's probably my favorite American car is the Dodge Viper. But anyways, on paper this car says it makes 368 horsepower and 395 foot-pounds of torque. Like I said, this is coming from its 5.7 liter naturally aspirated V8 Hemi. Everyone loves to tell you they got a Hemi. I don't really know where all this power is going. I see a lot of these things get like gapple-bead by a lot. It's probably because it weighs so much. Dodge just doesn't know how to make a light car, except the Dodge Viper. They're just like, you know what? We're gonna throw a bunch of heavy stuff on this. It's heavy for no reason, because it has horrible like sound noise, and its sound deadening is not that good. Yeah. Speaking of weight, this thing weighs at 4,031 pounds. That's one heavy sucker. but it's not as heavy as that BMW that we were just talking about, that 7 Series. That's also a really big car, but it's nice and comfy. Speaking of Dodge Viper, I want really bad, and that's like one of my dream cars I really want to get one day. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, and make sure you give this video a thumbs up because you made it this far, so you must have liked it. Let me know what you like down in the comments below as well. All that helps out a lot. Even watching my ads helps out. So make sure you guys do that. I like really appreciate it because I put a stupid amount of effort in it, even though there's like a fan blowing in the background and it's probably really annoying to you guys. At least you made it back to the end of this video because this is the end of the video. So make sure you do what I said, give it a thumbs up, and make sure you hit that subscribe button. Tell me a weird way that you did it. I want to know if anyone would hit this with their foot, like it's like some weird kid, but you're freaking weird, man. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.